Good morning, friends. This is Cheryl Ann with part one of my series about what topics you can write about in your journal and how often you should write and other ideas that hopefully will help you. So today is Saturday, July 14th. Yes, because yesterday was Friday the 13th. So one of the first things I do is I try to come out every morning about the same time. I like to come out here with my first cup of coffee, and I have this chair that sits under our chinaberry tree where I've created this little sanctuary. I call it my little secret spirit place. My husband never comes out here, so this is all mine. So I sit here. I like to listen to the birds. The silly dog, he's running around somewhere. The doves are out. The hummingbirds are out. It's just a quiet time in the morning. Sometimes if I come out here earlier, I can see the alpenglow. Alpenglow is when the light from the rising sun hits the mountains. The sun isn't quite up yet over the horizon, but some of the rays hit the mountains. You get that a lot up in the Sierra Nevada, and you know what? We do get it here. You have to catch it just right, though. Okay, so I come out here and I bring my I bring my personal journal, this ginormous 4-signature Sunset Western Garden book. I'm almost done with it. I'm trying to make it last till the end of the month, and then I start another one. So what I do is I come out with my cup of coffee. I always keep my pen in here. And right now I'm writing on these index cards because I only have a few. I only have like 3 or 4 or 5 pages left. I would make a recommendation if you're going to make a journal, don't use tissue paper. I kind of learned the hard way. It's constantly squishing and it moves around, and I would not use it again. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is, you want to kind of get ready. Just find a quiet spot. It doesn't have to be outdoors. I'm a morning person, and I like to come outdoors, and I like to hear the birds, and it's 88 degrees here, and with the humidity, I'm already dripping. It feels like 90. We live in the desert near Palm Springs, and this is our monsoon season, so we get a lot of humidity. So I'm just going to kind of grin and bear it. So the first thing is, find yourself a quiet place. It can be at your desk, it can be on your front porch, your back porch, and just take a few minutes and look around you. So I'm going to stop this now. I'm going to look around and write about what I see. Okay, I see my sunflowers, which are in the sun. If I pan over this way, the dog just went by. I see Ripley's garden. I see all the oranges that I've stuck on near the bird bath that I need to replace. I see my little things here in my little garden. I see the doves taking off. So I have quite a few things I could write about. I could write about the dog. I could write about my sunflowers. I could write about my garden. I have these, they're Mexican sunflowers. They're Tithonia. And they're growing up on this chain link fence. I love them. They're just real bright and sunny. And then over here, I have some of my sunflowers growing along the other fence. Oh, and there's a wild tomato. There's a wild tomato plant. Yes, that's Bodie. That's our puppy. So the tomato plant came up on its own. Is here. I did plant some, these are pole beans. I planted some pole beans. And they're climbing up this, it's a dog kennel cage thing that we had a few years ago. We never put, we never put Ripley in it, but we did keep it. You can see, look, I've got some flowers. I don't see any beans yet. There seem to be a lot of flowers, but no beans. And then over here, these are my squash. Look inside. I seem to have, yeah, I'm getting some little squash there. I was gonna say I seem to have flowers, but the squash, yeah, there. I have to come out here and water these twice a day in the desert heat. I have patches of sunflowers all over the yard. You know, I took the sunflower seed that was in my bird seed. I planted it. Got a yard full of sunflowers. They do live up to their name. They are very sunny. And I'll show you over here. I have a patch. These are the ones. Oh, there goes Bodie. These are the ones that I've left them because the birds every morning and afternoon are, oh, here he goes again. He's self-exercising. There he goes again. I leave these for the birds because they come out and they're out here morning. And oh, good grief, this dog is cuckoo. They're out here morning and afternoons. Little hummingbird just went by. You know, so, and there's bees out here. There's a bee. Yeah, he just landed. So, you know, I have quite a few things I can write about. Okay, so I have quite a few topics I can write about. I can write about the birds, my sunflowers, my tithonia, my squash, my beans, the birds, my goofy dog. I think I'm going to write about him today because he just is so goofy. So I'm going to take a few minutes and do a little writing here. Okay, so I didn't write a whole lot. I just wrote a little bit about my dog Bodie, but I might come back to that later. As I'm sitting here writing, there's a mockingbird, there's a hummingbird, there's some kind of little bird. Don't forget what you hear, because sometimes that's real important. And also, what do you smell? You know, our sense of smell provokes long-lasting memories. It's a very powerful sense. So use your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? I'm feeling the sweat rolling down. The air is really heavy. Like I said, we're in our monsoon season, so the air is thick with humidity. What do you feel? Well, I feel the humidity. I'm about to pass out here. I may have to go in and finish. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside because I'm really getting uncomfortable here. So if I don't pick this up, I'll start again on part 2 another day. Thanks for stopping by. Do leave a comment or question. Okay, I'm back inside. This is the view out our front window. This is where I sit and I have my laptop and I work on my journals. But it's important, you know, find a quiet place where you can sit and listen and look and, you know, smell and feel different things, and you're not distracted. You know, writing for me, it's a quiet, personal thing. I don't think I could do it around a bunch of people. So, you know, find a place that you are comfortable. It could be in your house. It could be in your front yard, in your backyard. It could be at a park. But someplace where you can You can sit and think and observe. And then just, it doesn't have to be long. You don't have to decorate it. I've got another journal here. I'll show you this one. This one I made, I followed Nick the Booksmith, and it's one of her ledger types. I'm thinking, because it was the first one I did, I'm thinking I might use this as my next one, because it has a lot of room for writing. It doesn't have a lot of ephemera, but it's very useful. So I'm thinking I might just keep this as my next one. So it has plenty of room to write what I observe and see and feel, and what's the weather. I write about the weather a lot. So hopefully you can see how small this one is compared to my other one. Well, it's tiny, but you know, I might do that. So go out, find yourself a nice quiet spot. Your journal entries don't have to be long. They can be short. There's a couple little birds up there. We have a woodpecker that comes and visits the yard, and I have hummingbirds that come out front. I do have some flowers that they like. I don't know if you can see them. There's some purple flowers out there. They like those. And then I do have a couple feeders. So enjoy your day, enjoy your journaling, and this is the end of part 1. Thanks for stopping by. Do leave a comment or a question.